Off-cycle elections in Imo, Kogi and Bayelsa continue to generate reactions as public debate remains polarized over the credibility of the exercise. As the dust settles following the declaration of winners by INEC, election observers have begun rating the quality of the elections and the performance of the stakeholders involved in the electoral process. Dokas Yakubu reports.
The battle for the governorship seat is over in what many describe as a largely peaceful but somewhat flawed exercise. As the controversy around the election continues to divide opinions, Yaga Africa, which is a non-profit organization promoting participatory democracy, human rights and civic participation, youth initiative for advocacy, growth and advancement, believes there have been substantial improvements in the just concluded off-cycle governorship elections.
In Imo State, the beavers walked throughout the day in 94% of polling units. However, it malfunctioned, and where cases where it malfunctioned and it was fixed was in about 3% of polling units. In Kogi, the beavers walked throughout the day in 94% of polling units. It malfunctioned and it was fixed in 5% of polling units. And cases where it malfunctioned and it wasn't fixed was recorded in 1% of polling units.
While monitoring the exercise, Yaga Africa deployed the process and results verification for transparency methodology to observe Imo and Kogi state elections. Despite the reported challenges in the conduct of the exercise, the organization commended INEC's response to the reports of pre-filled result sheets in Kogi while urging the commission to ensure election fraud and malpractices are prosecuted.
The commission, and in this case INEC's prompt response to the report of cases of pre-filled result sheets, that's from EC8As, in Kogi, was equally impressive. We hope that the commission will fulfill its commitment to ensuring the culprits face the full wrath of the law. We hope that the reports of several electoral offenses, compromise and unprofessional conduct on the part of police officers are duly investigated and that the culprits are properly punished.
The need for a critical review of the electoral process has been highlighted to ensure sustainability and development of Nigeria's election system. Dokas Yakubu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Following the conclusion of the November 11th off-cycle elections in Imo, Kogi and Bayelsa states, the Center for Democracy and Development has highlighted incumbency factor, identity politics, vote trading and other issues as some of the significant challenges faced during the exercise. The credibility of the election has become the subject of public scrutiny, with observers giving mixed reviews. Noel Samson has more.
Election observers have begun reviewing the quality and credibility of the exercise as INEC concludes the conduct of the off-season elections. For the Center for Democracy and Development, there is need to be an overhaul of the responsibility in election management that will improve the process.
The statement is set in the broader context of the economic, political, and socio-cultural environment, which not only frames but continues to pose challenges for the country's competitive party and electoral politics. Major features of this environment are the following: incumbency, identity, institutions, inducements, information disorder. These features have in recent years progressively constituted more disturbingly than before, and fetters on the country's electoral democracy, despite limited success in sanitizing the country's electoral process.
While the center identified the prevailing challenge that characterized Nigerian elections, they also recommended possible solutions to remedy them.
So, what is important is that we look at those elements of the political environment which continue to pose serious challenges to the conduct of democracy in this country. The political parties themselves are not mirror of what democracy should be. And they are the ones who of course, by constitution, by any arrangement, will form governments. So I think the point is that for Nigerians to start making it clear to the political parties that they are the problem. But we keep to encourage them by diverting attention from what they are not doing right to looking at problems or failures in other institutions of society. And they are doing all their best to delegitimize the electoral process in this country.
The off-cycle elections have left much to be desired as complaints and controversies through the conduct of the exercise. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.